Deep within the heart of Blackwood Forest stood a village that did not exist on any map. No government records mentioned it. No satellite images showed it. And yet, hundreds of people claimed it was real. Locals called it the Forgotten Village. A place hidden beneath a permanent blanket of fog. A place where strangers vanished. A place where nobody returned unchanged. For decades, travelers avoided the northern region of Blackwood Forest. Hunters refused to enter. Loggers turned down contracts worth thousands of dollars. Even the police rarely crossed beyond the old stone bridge known as Raven's Crossing. The reason was simple. Fear. Nobody understood the people who lived inside the hidden village. Their language was unknown. Their customs were strange. And every encounter ended in mystery. The stories were always similar. Someone would enter the forest. Days later, their abandoned vehicle would be discovered near Raven's Crossing. But the person would never be found. At first, authorities blamed wild animals. Then they blamed criminals. Then they blamed accidents. But after 47 disappearances over 20 years, even investigators began questioning the official explanations. That was when a group of researchers decided to uncover the truth. The team consisted of 6 people. Professor Daniel Carter, an anthropologist. Sarah Brooks, a journalist. Marcus Reed, a documentary filmmaker. Emily Hart, a linguistics expert. Thomas Kane, a retired police detective. And Jacob Wells, a survival specialist. Their mission was simple. Find the hidden village. Document its people. And finally reveal the truth behind the disappearances.
This is our chance to uncover the truth.
Or become part of the mystery.
Before leaving, they visited a nearby town called Hollow Creek. The residents became visibly uncomfortable when the village was mentioned. An elderly woman working inside a diner nearly dropped her coffee cup.
You shouldn't go there.
We know the risks.
No, you don't.
You shouldn't go there, she whispered. Professor Carter smiled politely. We've heard the stories. The woman shook her head. No. You heard rumors. I know people who went looking. She leaned closer. They never came back. As the team prepared to leave, the old woman spoke one final sentence. If you hear drums after sunset. She paused. Run. The next morning, the researchers entered Blackwood Forest. The forest felt wrong. The deeper they traveled, the quieter everything became. No birds. No insects. No animals. Only silence.
Why is it so quiet? Because everything alive is avoiding this place.
A heavy silence that seemed to watch them. By the second day, Emily noticed strange symbols carved into trees.
These markings are everywhere.
What do they mean?
I think they're warnings.
The markings appeared ancient. Yet they looked freshly cut. Thomas photographed each one. That night, while reviewing the images, he made a disturbing discovery. The symbols formed a warning. Not in any known language. Yet somehow Emily managed to decipher fragments. The message repeated one phrase. Turn back. Nobody slept well. Around midnight, Marcus heard something outside his tent. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Circling their campsite. When he looked outside, he saw nothing. But the footsteps continued. For hours. The following morning, they discovered dozens of footprints surrounding their camp. Bare human footprints.
Nobody walked into camp. Then where did these come from?
Hundreds of them. Yet nobody had been seen. The researchers pressed forward. 3 days later, they finally found it. The village.
Those aren't people.
Then what are they?
Hidden inside a massive valley surrounded by black cliffs. Dozens of wooden structures stood beneath the fog. Smoke rose from rooftops. People moved between buildings. Watching. Waiting. The villagers immediately noticed the strangers. Men, women, and children emerged from their homes. None spoke. None smiled. They simply stared. Their eyes never blinked. Professor Carter attempted communication. No response. Emily tried multiple languages. Nothing. The villagers remained silent. Then an elderly man stepped forward. His face was covered in strange markings.
You were warned.
You can understand us?
We understand all who enter.
You were warned. The researchers exchanged nervous glances. How was that possible? The old man pointed toward the forest. Leave before darkness. Professor Carter refused. Years of research had led to this moment. They weren't leaving. That decision would change everything. The team spent the afternoon documenting the village. At first, nothing seemed unusual. The villagers farmed.
This isn't a tribe. They are entirely different species.
Cooked food. Raised children. Lived ordinary lives. But small details felt unsettling. There were no elderly people except the tribal leader. No graveyards. No signs of death. No hospitals. No records.
Nothing. As sunset approached, villagers began returning indoors. Doors slammed shut. Windows were covered. Within minutes, the entire village became silent. The old tribal leader approached once more.
Leave before darkness consumes the forest.
What happens at night?
His expression was filled with fear. Leave now. Professor Carter again refused. The old man stared at him. Then he whispered something that made Sarah's blood run cold. The village does not belong to us after dark. Night arrived. And so did the drums. Deep. Slow. Echoing through the valley. Boom. 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 The sound came from somewhere within the forest. Not the village. The forest. Jacob immediately grabbed his flashlight. We need to go. Nobody argued. The drums grew louder. Then came another sound. Screaming. Human screaming. Somewhere beyond the trees. The researchers rushed toward their vehicles. But Marcus suddenly stopped. Something was standing between the trees. A figure. Tall. Motionless. Watching them. Then another appeared. And another. Dozens. Hundreds. None moved. They simply stared. Run! The team ran. Branches snapped behind them. The forest erupted with movement. Something was chasing them. Something fast. Something silent. By dawn, only 4 researchers emerged from Blackwood Forest. Professor Carter and Jacob Wells were gone.
Where's Carter? The hunters took them.
No trace was ever found. Authorities launched a massive search operation. Nothing. No bodies. No evidence. No explanation. The surviving researchers returned months later with police support. But the village had disappeared.
It was here. We all saw it.
Completely. The valley was empty. No houses. No roads. No people.
Nothing. As if it had never existed. The case remains unsolved to this day. Officially, Professor Carter and Jacob Wells are listed as missing persons. Unofficially, locals believe something far darker happened. The people of Hollow Creek still refuse to discuss the village. And every year, on the anniversary of the researchers' disappearance, strange drumbeats are reportedly heard from deep within Blackwood Forest. The same drums. The same warning. The same mystery. And according to local legend, if you follow the sound long enough, you will eventually find the village.
We are still here.
Like this video and subscribe now. New stories are waiting, and trust me, you won't believe what's coming next.